going to talk with Kim for a little bit, and
Hi,
then
Kim.
Hello. Thank you for all you did today.
Thank you, Kim.
She's just amazing. And we're going to learn all about Angels of Action with Kim Eastler.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. I make sure we're in the picture and they can hear us.
All right.
So, Angels of Action, you're feeding kids.
Yep.
You're feeding kids and you're feeding more kids, and it just keeps growing, and you're feeding even more kids. But you're doing more than just that now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just let you tell me what you want to talk about.
Okay. So yeah, historically, we've been around for 10 years, and we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year. So that's awesome. That's been a huge milestone for us. Yes. I have been with Angels myself for about 2.5 years. So, and it's just to be a part of the organization has been such a blessing. Historically, we started out as a backpack food program, feeding kids on the weekends. Joni Thompson and Julie Miller and another friend started this organization just over coffee and on a napkin, just kind of wrote down some things, and then that's kind of how this was born. And they started out with 25 kids in the program in one school, and this year we're in 26 schools across 2 counties and feeding 1,150 kids every weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So.
You know, I when I had my friend up here earlier, Jess,
Mm-hmm.
you saw Jess.
Yeah.
I should have asked her, but I was like, I was so happy she was here. But last summer, she was delivering food for you,
Yes.
and she called and goes, "Want to go for a drive?" I'm like, "I'm driving."
Yep.
So I would take my car
Okay.
instead of her car, and then she would do it. I just drive her around.
Yep.
So because you guys were feeding kids in the summertime.
Yeah, yep. Last year we started a summer lunch program as well. We didn't really know what we were doing with that, but we just, we were blessed with a new building right before COVID hit, and we had the capacity at that point to be able to offer food through the summer as well. Normally we're just through the school year. So we came up with a really quick program last summer, and then carried that on over to this summer, and made it a bit more intentional with fresh fruits and veggies, and really trying to get the kids more involved in making their own lunches, providing some value and education, and not just handing out a lunch bag. So that's been really awesome. We've had the opportunity to start a lot of new programs in the last 18 months since we got our new building.
Let's talk about some of those.
Yeah. So we have a virtual cooking program now. So that is called Rock the Crock. You can find it on Facebook. So if anybody likes to do crock pot recipes, it's available online to anybody. But the participants in the group do 50 families 3 times a year for each round. And basically it's an 8-week program, and these families get a delivery of groceries to their door every Thursday or Friday. Delivered by our amazing volunteers, and then they get a recipe card with the menu of the week. And it's really to encourage cooking, teaching kids how to cook young. If they're older students in the home, it's to teach them a little bit of independence and how to cook on their own if they need to. And then really getting the family around the dinner table again, and really just encouraging the family unit to just come together at least once over the weekend, and then experience and enjoy food and cooking together. So
That's great.
yeah. So some of the other things that we have now, we had started a tutoring center. So it's called Literacy in Action. So we do help with reading, writing, and math. So that's been awesome. We just started that this summer. We have about 6 kids in the program right now. So it's completely organized and run by volunteers. So that is amazing. Kristen Conley, who used to work with Big Rapids Public Schools, and now she's at Ferris.
Actually, I just ran into her at the grocery store. Isn't that
Yeah,
funny?
yeah.
I worked with her with the Lions, do some things
Okay.
at Christmas time, and when I was at the high school,
Yep.
when I worked for Nick, the Lions would give us money, and she would organize for students.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So yeah,
it's
so she's our math
amazing.
whiz, and then Suzanne Finney from Acosta Reads, and she does our reading and writing. They do all the assessments in their spare time, volunteer basis.
Wow.
They're amazing, and they put together a curriculum for the students and train the tutors. So that's been really fun. That's a growing program, so we're really excited about that. We also have a clothing shop now. It's called the Gift Shop. So it is a work in progress, but we are setting it up in the sanctuary of the church, the building that we have now. So it'll be, it's a private appointment, and all our services are free to the community. So schools can refer them, foster families can come there, other agencies in the community can refer them to us for assistance. And then we would set up a private appointment, and we can come and shop and get the things that they need for their kids.
That's terrific. And I know it's important. When I was involved in the high school, we did a lot with the teens that were more homeless or in need. And they still want to be a teen, so they still want to have designer clothes. And I don't want to say just design; they want to fit in.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're right on the right track to do that, because they don't, you don't want to look like like you're homeless, I guess.
And how I kind of explain it, when people come in for tours and things like that, there's nothing wrong with hand-me-downs. I grew up on them, but there's something about, especially for a lot of the kids in our area, that go without, and have just constantly been given the hand-me-downs, or their brother's clothes, or their sister's clothes, or their neighbor's clothes. There's just something, or none. Yeah, right. So there's just something about having something brand new with the tag still on it. And walking out of the store with that. So we're really we're setting it up as a store. So when the kids come in, it will actually look like a store, designed for them. And we do have gently used items as well. So we have taken donations from the community. But my goal is to eventually have all brand new items. So which we're working on that. We have a number of community members that like to do end of season shopping, which is amazing. So when the seasons switch, they'll go snatch out the things for really, really cheap, and then we can put them in our stores. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I also know that Angels of Action does a lot of collaboration. I've experienced it firsthand at Manna Pantry, and how the two organizations, nothing goes to waste.
No.
And if it's something Bonnie thinks you guys can use, then and vice versa. And I think people don't really understand how important collaboration is and how well Augusta County does it.
I do. Yeah, our community is so blessed with so many organizations, and we do a really, really good job of collaborating. Bonnie's like, I can't hear you. We do a really good job of collaborating. Manna Pantry is one of the ones we bring a whole pantry to the Rapids once a month. So that's something that we collaborated on, and then they actually collaborated with us on the Rocket Craft program.
Okay.
So they helped us do our first round of that. So that's awesome. Project Starburst, St. Mary, St. Paul, Wise, OBK. If there's someplace that we can help, or that if we have a need and we could call one of them, and they would help our families just like we would help theirs. So.
And you guys all kind of collaborated with this drive-through, the word is escaping me.
The mobile pantry?
Yes. The mobile pantry. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And then to see the volunteers out at the fairgrounds so early. But that's just another idea of the collaboration and I think you guys kind of lead that.
Yeah, it's, what Bonnie coordinates all of the food part of that, and getting the truck up here, and then I coordinate the volunteers, so it's definitely a team effort. And we are just happy that we can do that and come together, and we love working with Bonnie, so her group is great.
Yes, it is. Her group is great. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell us or talk to us about? Or
I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. It's been a great day. I'm so glad we could do this in person, and thank you to everybody joining live and donating online. But for those people that have braved the snow that we got last night to just come into town and check everything out, it's really just awesome to be in person and talk to people face to face. And
it is. It feels like maybe we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we'll get
there. We're gonna get there. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for putting this together. We
Oh my gosh, no problem. Well, thank you very much for talking with me. Thank you. All right.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.